Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is June 19th, 2024. It is a Wednesday morning.
At the stop sign, turn right onto East Salvia Drive.
Yesterday was a heck of a day.
In 900 feet, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto South
I
Eagle Road.
shared with my family that I've been struggling emotionally and struggling with everything going on in my life, and
At the roundabout, take the third exit onto South Eagle Road.
because of sharing how I feel, Emily felt like she needed to take the kids and go stay with their parents. And this is where I feel very replaceable as a human.
At the next light, turn left.
And it's been really hard the last couple days. But life goes on. And that is the point of everything I do, is time just passes. Regardless of what anyone says to you, does to you, how you feel, any of that, the time just passes.
In 1 mile, at the roundabout, take the first
So
exit
don't
onto
try to
South
control
Eagle
other
Road.
people. Just play your game, whatever that game is to you. I cannot control. Emily does not come from a business background, does not understand business, and does not want to talk about it. So we haven't. We haven't for years. And I believe that's how I've gotten myself in this mess, is I play the game I'm playing, the game I know, the game of business, the game of making money and providing. But because we are struggling today, I feel like Emily is very fearful for the future. And today is really hard. It is really hard. But that doesn't mean every day will be hard.
At the roundabout,
And
take the first exit onto South Lotus
I have never claimed to want an easy life. I don't. I want a simple life. And I want an impactful life. If you want to make an impact, it will not be easy. Period.
In 4 miles, turn left onto East Houston Road.
And so I think that's one of the big disconnects we've been having, is we don't do board meetings because I can't get anyone to see past the long-term vision. I can't get anyone to sit down and really try to understand what I'm even doing in my family. And that's fine. Like, things take time, and it is impossible for me to keep someone else up to date on a strategy if we can't talk about the strategy. And people don't get, that's why I do daily content. It's because if this strategy does end up working, we need a way to disperse the updates. And it's not an annual State of the Union address. We don't have time to let a year pass between strategy updates. It needs to be weekly, if not daily. I believe it needs to be daily. That's why I do daily journals. It's why I designed my life the way I have. It's not for today, but for the next 40 years and how I plan on living my life. And I'm sorry if you don't like the way I think. A lot of people don't. I've been trying to get people open to even having a conversation about this stuff. They assume they know what's going on. They assume I'm an idiot. They assume all these things because I don't have the proof. If you would like proof of who Justin Stevens is, I would invite you to go to my blog, dcstevens.com. Go to the podcast tab and scroll to the very first podcast. I listened to it last night. The very first podcast is me explaining what I've been doing for the last 2 years, which is living my life and documenting the journey. I haven't been as good as I could be, but my primary roles have kept changing, and marketing's not been a huge priority on it. And that's life. That is life. And so I understand that I have made the choice to live differently and not be accepted because of how I choose to live. It's just hard. It is really hard. And I think that's one of the problems with our society is people think entrepreneurship should be easy. It's not, and it really never should be easy. Entrepreneurship is literally saying, I'm going to take an idea and create something out of that idea. Now, I think there is a big difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur. So take an HVAC company that's just little chuck in a truck HVAC company. My opinion, you're more of a business owner getting started than an entrepreneur. You're taking something, there's already known pain, there's already known solutions, there's already people experiencing that pain and trying to solve it, and you're becoming one of those solutions. Or take a financial advisor. I believe financial advisors are nothing more than just commission salespeople, 1099 commission salespeople that have to do a lot of their own production on top of the sales. But they're not the ones investing the money. They are literally selling you access to a machine that is doing that, to a company that is doing that. They're just compensated differently. I think true entrepreneurship is when you look at a problem that's not been solved yet, or a problem that's been solved poorly, and redesign the solution and then try and sell it. It is significantly harder than going into a known market and doing something known. And I think more people should know that. More people should understand that the game of business, even starting an HVAC company, is not easy. You're going from being a technician to doing the sales, doing the finance, doing the time, budgeting. Everything is now your responsibility. It's a big difference.
At the next light, turn left.
So, I just wanted to update people on where I am. And that's why I do this journal. This year's journal entries are not victories. I mean, they are, purely because I posted them. I made a commitment to post them and I posted them. That is a victory. But the life I am living right now is, I do not feel like a winner.
At the light, turn left.
I feel like an epic loser. I feel like I've not been able to do anything right. And now I'm struggling for it. Or struggling through it. I mean, it is what it is. But that's life. Life is hard. So. And it's not just hard for me. I want to be very transparent. One of the reasons I'm comfortable going through everything I'm going through right now is because I know most people are like me. They have nothing. They're struggling to put food on the table. I can't put food on the table today. I literally can't. That's my money.
In about 1 mile,
But
turn
that
right
doesn't
onto
define me.
Road.
My success today does not define me, and it never will. My success in 10 years won't define me in 10 years. My financial bank account, all of that is irrelevant. Because to me, success is based on how did I show up? Did I show up today in a way that I was proud of? And it doesn't even have to be all day. Just a good part of the day. And I do.
At the next
When I'm in front of other people in the real world, none of them know this. So my virtual presence is how I feel as a human. Someday I hope people understand that. My virtual presence is what goes on inside my head. In real life, you get to see how I believe the people I am with want me to engage with them. I can talk about anything. I can go down any rabbit trail. But at the end of the day,
In 1.5 miles, turn right
what I
onto
want to
East
talk
Producer
about is
Drive.
irrelevant in a conversation. It's what does the other person want to engage about. And it's a hard way to live life. But that's, again, why I'm doing the podcast, is I believe eventually I will find a group of people online who share some of the same beliefs, who will start engaging back with me and start a conversation in the virtual world. And then we can transfer that conversation into the real world
Turn
when
right
we
onto
meet.
East Producer Drive.
And so that's what I'm trying to do, is create a system to build a relationship with people online that we take offline whenever they're ready. Whenever they would like, maybe they need HVAC stuff. Maybe they need a new roof or a home security